every day, one by one, I'm gonna try every recipe of Laura, starting from the very beginning. Come, join me on my challenge. Let's go! Hi everyone! My name is Ruta and welcome to the 330 of my challenge, where I'm really curious about today's recipe because I'm gonna try Laura's fresh pasta dough. Now, I bought a really cute thing exactly for this recipe. You just wait until you see it. It's so cute. And I'm actually really curious to try it out myself. My mom told me that when she was small, my grandma used to make fresh pasta, which she would put into soups, and that she loved it. And I feel like I'm gonna continue family's tradition today. So, if you're curious to see how it goes trying this recipe out for the very first time in my life, thank you for watching. We're gonna need 380 grams of flour, 3 eggs, beaten, 1/4 cup of water, 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, 1 teaspoon of salt, and some semolina. Make the dough in my food processor with a blade attachment. Actually, this will be pretty much the same like making basic pie crust. I'm gonna add flour, eggs, extra virgin olive oil, and salt and pulse a few times until it resembles coarse sand. Exactly what I do with the pie crust. I pulsed 10 times because it's really easy to remember. So now, while pulsing, I'm gonna stream in water a little bit at a time through the feeding tube until the dough comes together when pinched between the fingers. Okay, so now the only thing left to do is, I need to clear up some space. I'm gonna dump the dough onto the surface, work surface, and I'm gonna knead it in just enough for it to all come together into a little ball. I'm gonna wrap it into plastic wrap and put it into my fridge for 30 minutes to rest. My goodness, these were the longest 30 minutes of my life. Okay, so before I take out the dough and start working with it, I want to prepare the place where I will keep it. So I want to line a baking sheet with some parchment paper and then sprinkle some semolina on the very top. Look at my little assembly line, Ruta's pasta factory. Okay, so this is the star of the show. This is pasta making machine. Welcome. I just took it out from the box. I did everything that the instructions said to do. And I have a feeling that it's actually the exact same thing what Laura has. You fasten it to the table from there. You have a handle to turn. You hear the same noises, and the box is actually all in Italian, and this feels so sturdy, like things from my childhood. They just, I feel like, never break. So as this is new, I'm gonna steal a little piece of dough and pass it through a few times because in the instruction it said to do so, and then discard that dough. I don't know, cleaning purposes, I guess. I don't know, I'll just listen to the instructions. And then I'm gonna flour my surface, dump the dough onto it, flatten it out, and then divide it into 8 equal pieces, and then transfer them all except one piece here and cover with a kitchen towel. Plastic wrap would work as well because we will work with one piece of dough at a time and we don't really want the rest to dry out. Okay, that's done. So now we can actually begin. One thing to keep in mind, you want to keep your pasta machine floured so that nothing sticks. So from time to time, or whenever I feel like the dough starts sticking or looks like it could, I'll just sprinkle some flour there. And here's my first official piece of dough. So I'm gonna form it into a patty and then start a game with 9 levels, or maybe 8, we'll see. So I'm gonna start with the widest setting. This machine has 9 levels, as I mentioned, and I'm gonna pass the dough through each level twice. Once the dough comes out, I'm gonna fold it in half and then pass through again, and then just move levels up until I reach either the highest setting, the thinnest one, or the second thinnest. We'll see how it looks by then, and then I'm gonna stop, put the form sheet there, and move on to another piece. After the first piece is somewhat done, and by the way, don't jump to comment, hey, this is the very first time I'm trying this, so this is actually okay and to be expected. Now I think I shouldn't go higher than level 7 on this machine because it started to tear apart, and also I feel like you should only fold the dough in half like so and not like so, and maybe not even every single time, just depending on how wide it's getting. I don't know, those are just my thoughts. Let's see how it goes. I'm still hoping to be able to use this, we'll see. Let's continue. I cannot believe I did this. This was so fun. Sure, the first couple sheets were not that quick to make, but hey, we are not born, knowing everything, so it's a skill. But look at them. They look beautiful, if I may say so myself. I don't know what else to add. I'm very eager to go and try the next recipe in line and put these to work, because I will make something again so beautiful, I'm sure so tasty, that I feel like it's almost like wasting time now talking about something which I will not taste right now. So this is my first try. This is Laura's. If you want to find a written recipe of fresh pasta dough, I cannot take my eyes off them. Little babies. Oh my God, this is so cool. This is really, really cool when you can make something like that at home. I don't know how to describe it. So, the written recipe is in the description box down below. Actually, there's not even a written recipe on Laura's website for this particular recipe. So, I don't really remember which other recipe of hers I looked at when I was just looking for all the measurements and whatnot. Because there is some other recipe. I remember that I looked at some other existing recipe where she gave the measurements, so I sort of like, combined what I saw in the video, again, like Inspector Gadget, inspecting everything, and wrote down looking at that other one. Now, sorry, again, don't remember which one that was. So you will find the written recipe in both American and the metric systems. And if you, where did it, oh, it's there. And if you decide to make this thing, I just looked at my pasta making machine. If you ask me, should I do something like that at home? I would say if you have some spare money and time to just enjoy something like this, I'm sure that you will love it. My family loves making, we call them in Lithuanian koldūnai, which is basically dumplings. And since I was very, very little, we would gather with my grandma and mom, and we would just make a bunch of them. So I know that this will be an addition to this fun tradition, and now we can make them different shapes and, you know, different kinds, because this pasta dough is very different from the dough we use. But anyways, here I just said that I want to go on and try the other recipe and I'm blabbing. So I really hope that this was fun and helpful and that it inspired you to try something like that, because as you saw, this was my first try. And man, if these are not perfect, seriously, like, I'm giving myself A+. I don't know about you, but I'm very, very pleased and happy about these little things. Okay, I'm gonna cover them back with a kitchen towel so that they don't dry out. Should I? Oh, I actually wanted, before leaving, ask you one little question. If any one of you has a pasta making machine, how do you clean it? From what I've read online, by the way, because there's nothing on the box, I think I'm not supposed to put it under running water, so I'm very, very curious how to clean it. Should I clean it? Should I just like blow away the flour after making? I don't know, like, I'm very, very curious now. I just like literally was blowing at it. And then I wiped it with a damp cloth, but I'm like wondering, is that enough to keep it clean? Well, I don't know. Anyways, I'm really, really curious. If anyone knows that, I'm all ears. And now I'm gonna run away and try another recipe, so keep an eye for that. And that's it. That's it. I'm signing off. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.